Hello, friend and fellow adventurer. Welcome back to another weekly transparency report. This is just where I show up in sort of a digital journal form, and we aren't going to toxic positivity our way out of things, and we're also not going to sit and mope and moan. This is just a place for me to be honest and open and transparent about all the different things that I experienced this week, because here's the thing, we're human, and online a lot of the things that we say are the highlight reel. And so this is my way of trying to make more space for people to feel human, to feel all of their emotions and experience the wide, vast, complex existence that it is to be a human. So if you're new here, welcome. And I hope you enjoy this chaotic, crazy ride. Last weekend, I was asked to help lead a retreat with a friend, and I said yes to this a while back. There's this journaling meditation practice that I have done with people before. It's called 7 Layers Deep. I did not come up with it. It's just a practice that I think is really good, and I've really seen and heard a lot of great feedback from people. So one of my friends who has done this practice with me wanted me to lead this practice at this retreat she was hosting, and I said yes. And honestly, I was feeling a bit of imposter syndrome before showing up, but I pushed through that, and I thought, you know what, she actually invited me to come do this, so I shouldn't feel like an imposter because I was invited. Anyway, going into that weekend, hold on, let me go backwards. So I've been working with one of my favorite coaches that I've worked with in the past, and she's just been helping me figure out how to level up in a way where I can start making some residual income. I have a goal of bringing my husband home from being an Amazon delivery driver because the job is honestly awful and I hate seeing him struggle. He's currently in a master's program in seminary, and I want him to be able to focus on that for a little while. And he's applied for other jobs, but this is just the only job that he has right now. I have all of these big goals, specifically this year, that are calling me into a higher level up. Been working with Seisha on that, and before I left for this retreat, she said, I really think you need to step into something that's more high ticket. You have a lot of value, you bring a lot of value, and I think it's time to stop playing small and fully stand in your value and what you bring to the table. When she first told me that, I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Actually, I didn't say absolutely not. I said, I really don't enjoy that. I'm not going to close the door on that, but I really don't like that. Like, that makes me feel overwhelmed and not like something I want to do. A big reason for that is, one, I have tried to launch so many times, so many different things, and I have failed miserably. I know the reason why I failed, but also it just every time you get back up and have to try again, it's just like, man, I have to do this again. Like, I have to attempt this again. So that was kind of the first reason. And then the second reason was just, I feel like the online coaching space is very cringy and very oversaturated. And while I think that what I would bring to the table would be unique and different, and what a certain audience that I feel like hasn't been served well, I think I could do that. The idea just terrified me. So I said, honestly, I don't know. I'm going on this retreat. I'll pray and think about it and come back to it later. So back to the retreat. I show up, I do my thing. You have to remember, I know like 2 people here really well. Everybody else, I don't know. These are people I'm meeting for the first time. I run through my journaling practice. We have a wonderful weekend. And before we leave, we get feedback. Like, each person, it's like the hot seat where you sit in the middle and you. Anyways, so each person told me they were utterly surprised that I wasn't a life coach. They thought that I had been doing this for decades. And I was like, yeah, the only life coaching I've been doing is coaching myself out of depression and giving up over and over again. But it was it was the feedback that I needed to hear, and I don't know, it just really struck a chord with me. One of the comments that I got that has been just, I'm still processing it a week and a half later. She told me that I leave an unintentional impression on everybody that I meet, and that just felt really powerful. And obviously that could be a positive or negative thing, but she meant it in a very positive way, and said some other really wonderful things that I wrote down. So coming off that retreat, I come home and all of a sudden my perspective shifts of, okay, I just had people I've never met before calling these things out of me that I've been shrinking in. So now we are back to revisiting, launching things again. In the past, it's just felt like, well, I'm just like trying to find ways to make money. And like, there is a very practical element of like, I want to help and serve other people, but I also need to help and serve myself. Like, I need to take care of myself. Things are getting more expensive. If you haven't looked around, things are very expensive. And there is something more that I want out of life. And part of that comes with needing financial resources. So I have an idea, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm running with it, but I'm really afraid, because that means building up the faith and courage again to launch something again when I've really had no success in that area. So that is my transparency report. It's just interesting because before I went on this retreat, it was in absolutely no way am I going to move into that coaching space in any way, shape, or form. And I'm still working on maybe distancing myself from the term coach or coaching, simply because I just have a really bad experience with a lot of that. But I know that I would bring something to the table that's valuable, and I know that I would bring something to the table that would be helpful and life-giving to people. So a lot can happen in a week. A lot can change in a week. Anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm confused. I'm doing this anyway, but I mean, it's just another day. It's basically the same for me in the season of transitioning from shrinking into standing more confidently in what I know, what value and what life-giving words that I can bring, and standing fully in that, and just being fully myself, which can be a lot, but I'm the right amount for the right people. We're a little rambly today, but it is what it is. I got a lot of processing up in here. As always, you can feel free to use my comment section as a weekly transparency report of your own. We make space for all of the mess, all of the chaos, all the little wins, all the little things that just feel like, you know what? I made my bed, and that was a huge win. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. And yeah, we will see you next time. I have more YouTube videos that I want to create. I've been stepping away because honestly I got frustrated and discouraged, but I'm back, and as you know me, it's irregular scheduled programming because I want to love my life and I want to enjoy showing up here. So sometimes that means I'm going to disappear. And if that's not your cup of tea, that's totally fine. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I'm excited for what is to come, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.